What's good, y'all? Back with another video, back with another one for me. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I hope everybody is doing amazing. You know, God is good, healthy, you up. You gotta be grateful for that. For me, but a really important topic I want to talk about today is, just like doing things for yourself. Like, honestly, bro, like a lot of people be like so fixated on doing things only when they got support. Like they be so fixated on like saying like if I don't get support, I'm not gonna do it. Or like if nobody support me, or nobody show love, or I don't see progress in something, I'm gonna quit. And it's like, bro, you never gonna be able to win with that mindset. Like if you just tell yourself that you just gonna quit every time things get hard for you, or like every time you're going through something, you're not gonna reap the benefits ever. Because when like something that's worth having, you gotta go through hardship for it. You gotta go through a journey for it, and you gotta go through stuff so that like you can elevate to be able to withhold what you want. Like literally, like if you want to gain access to things that make you happy in life, the things that bring you joy in life, you may not necessarily be what you need to be for it, and that's fine. Like honestly, it's fine with not being able to handle like what God might be able to bring into your life. And that's why he puts people through trials and tribulations. He puts people through things to see if that will make them give up, or if that will make them keep going. And my situation, it was a point in time where I was homeless, and I didn't give up on myself. I didn't give up on my family. I stayed down, kept my head down, and I came out swinging. Every time you have to come out swinging. Every time you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to give people stuff to believe in. You can't just say, oh, I want to start a business, or I want to start a music career, or I want to start modeling, or I want to start, it's anything, sports, anything, a hobby, anything. You can't just say that and say, but I'm not going to do it if people don't support me. Like, nah, bro. Nah. Because for me, I've been doing music since I was 16, 15, 14 really, 14. And I'm 20. And I still haven't blown up, I've got hit up by like rappers and stuff like that have reached out to me. But, I'm not huge. I'm still me. So it's like the journey never ends. And even when you get what you want in life, the journey still doesn't end. Because the moment you get what you want, you're going to want something else. That's how life works. Humans never get satisfied, never. The moment you got what you want something else. That's why every Christmas you get different gifts, because it's different things that you want. The more you live life, the more things that you want. So why would you want to worry about if people support you? Why would you want to worry about if people like what you're doing? Because you're not doing it for other people, you're doing it for yourself. The same way the things that you want are for yourself is the same way that the work you put in needs to be for yourself. The work you put in has to be for yourself. And if it's not going to work. You can't be doing stuff because other people's watching you. You can't be doing stuff to make people watch you. Sometimes it's cool to be like the not popular person. It's cool to be the person that's not loved by everybody. Or, you got like maybe one or two friends at school. Or, you may not have no friends outside of school. Like it's cool. Like you don't have to be the best person. You don't have to have support from everybody. What you do in your life, you don't have to have that, bro. My whole life I've been doing by myself, bro. I never had like a massive group of friends, that genuinely supported me or anything like that. I get love from my family, and I have friends, little friends here and there. But everything I do is for myself. Everything I do is for myself, and I'm not taking away the stuff that my mom do for me. I love my mom. She's the greatest woman to walk this earth. I wouldn't trade her for the world. She's done a lot for me, more than I could even imagine. But I'm saying like as far as like my goals and the things that drive me every day to get up every day and keep going, like I do that for myself. And it's like I never had a huge support system, So if I could shape my mind to say that doesn't matter, to say that you could keep going, like you could like you can't give up even if people don't support you. Even if I post my song and my song get 100 views, keep going. I thought somebody's behind me. Keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on who you want to be, bro. Because at the end of the day, the legacy that you building, you're not building it for nobody but yourself. for me. So you got to keep that in mind when you're moving around, when you're doing things. You got to be intentional with the things that you're doing, because every situation, just because your friend is in it, doesn't mean that it's for you. Doesn't mean that it's for you. You know, sometimes you got to thug it out alone. Sometimes you got to go the separate route and not be cool, because what's cool is not cool in reality. What's cool might be harmful to you in reality. So, I mean, you gotta pay attention and treat yourself right. Put yourself first always. Always put yourself first. Always be greedy for yourself, because you know nobody else is gonna look out for you the way that you look out for you. Even the people that you care about, you know, they care about you, but it's to an extent. You know, we're all human beings. You know, we're not gonna risk our lives for everybody else. You know, some people may risk their life for you, but you know, you gotta do it for yourself, and nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody is gonna come save you. Nobody is gonna come in no knight in shining armor and say, you know what, I see your life is bad, let me help you. Nobody's gonna do that. It's very seldom that happens to people, where they get pulled out of dark situations and they elevate from it. But most of the time, it's people doing it for themselves. And why wouldn't you want to say you did it by yourself? Why wouldn't you want to be able to say that you didn't need no help, that you didn't need no cosign, or you didn't need nobody to be in your corner, and you still got it done? And there's people that are still trying, that have people in their corner that didn't get it done yet. Why don't you want to be able to say that? Why don't you want to be able to say that you went through the struggle and came out head tall, head high, standing strong? Why don't you want to be able to say that? Why? Instead, you wanna wait, and you wanna say, you know what? People not supporting what I got going on. I'm not doing this no more. I'm gonna do something else. In reality, people don't have to support you. People don't have to show up for you. People don't have to do those things, because they're not obligated to do it. Only person that's obligated to support you is you. That's the only person that's obligated to like your pictures on Instagram. That's the only person that's obligated to listen to your music, watch your YouTube videos, watch your content, you know, tune into your work, anything. You're the only person that has to do that. And maybe your mom, because she might feel bad for you, but realistically, you. And once people start seeing that you believe in yourself, and you're investing into yourself, and you're growing, and you're doing it for real, then the support will come. It won't have to be asked for. You won't have to post and say support me, or you know, support what I got going on. I feel like I don't got no support, or I feel like I got no one in this, that, and the third. Because in all reality, you born alone. You never had no one. Never had no one. Only person you got is your mom, because she carried you. You never had no one. So you gotta just take that and go with it. For me, you gotta take that and take it to the moon, because you know, like everything you do in your life has to be for you solely. Everything, because every result that you do backfires on you, whether that's a good result or a bad result. I'm in the gym, so my arms are gonna get bigger. That's a good result. My body's getting healthier. That's a good result. Stopping smoking is a good result. Spending money on junk food every day is a bad result. Your body goes through bad results. You lose money, that's a bad result. You save your money, that's a good result. You got money saved up in case you got an emergency. Like everything you do, you have to move with intention. You have to be intentional, and your energy has to be on it, bro. On it. If you want to do something, you can do it, bro. You can literally do it. Don't never let nobody tell you that you can't accomplish anything, or can't achieve anything, or none of that, bro. It's so many successful people out here that live higher than the people that's telling you you can't be like the higher people. You want to be up here, and you letting somebody down here dictate how whether if you up here or down here. Like, no, bro, no. I was talking to my boss, and I was telling her, like, you know, I'm thinking about starting this Amazon selling business. You know, I'm getting into it. I already got my subscriptions, everything, got my LLC and everything. You know what she said? You don't need to do that. You need to just stay here and work here. You don't need to do that. Just go to school and just go to college. Everybody's solution is go to college. College is not gonna solve your problems. College is not the answer to your problems. It's not. It's not. Because I've heard out of the mouths of millionaires, like, college is a waste of time. And, you know, I feel like it's not a waste of time. It just depends on what you want to do with your life. Like, if you're somebody that wants to work a job, you know, you want to serve people, you know, you want to you want to help people and things like that makes you feel good about yourself, then college is for you, because that will lead you down a career path to those career fields. But if you're somebody that wants to be successful, like super successful, like you in 7 figures, 8 figures, doing your own thing, deciding how much you get paid, you waking up, you made 40,000 over the night, like stuff like that, college is not going to give you that. College could be a stepping stool to get there, but that's all it is. You're never going to go to college and get a degree and make 7 figures. That's not possible. There's no college degree that's going to give you 7 figures. There's no college degree that's going to make you $1 million within months. Like stuff like that is the type of things I think about. And when she said, like, basically just kind of like downplayed what I had going on, like trying to say like, nah, I should just stay there, like my idea is not really worth nothing. It's like, you know what? Now I'm gonna prove you wrong. Now I'm gonna make it happen. If she would have supported me and be like, yeah, try it out, that would be a great idea. That would have been good. But now that you think I can't do it, now I gotta do it. And one thing about me, I love proving people wrong. I love doing that, because everything I do, I'm great at it. Everything I do, I'm great at it. Started doing music, I'm great at it. I'm just waiting for that to take off. Started modeling, I'm great at that. Work at a job where I cook, I'm a chef, I'm great at that. I play basketball, great at that. Go to the gym, great at that. Talk to girls, great at that. Like everything, you got to be great at. Like you got to have confidence in yourself to say, you know what? I don't care, because I know I'm going to do it anyways. And it's not necessarily being cocky, it's just having confidence. Like people try to build doubt in your head. They try to instill that into your head. You're not born with doubt. You're not born with doubt. You're not born telling yourself that you're not going to be able to do something. Babies try to walk until they walk. Like literally, babies go from not being able to walk to walking, bro. You wake up and you get up and go. You don't think about if you should get up and go. You get up and go, because that's like doubt is not in your body. So if doubt is not in you, then for me, you just gotta live your life. Live your life how you want to live your life. Do the things that you want to do in your life, and cherish the people that you care about. And to the people that don't support you, so what? You don't have to support me. You don't have to help me with my goals. You don't have to help me with my dreams. You don't have to tell me I'm doing good. I know I'm doing good. I know I'm doing good because I'm farther than I was yesterday. And as long as you have that mindset, you be straight. As long as you make progress every single day, it don't matter if you become a millionaire tomorrow. It don't matter if you become a millionaire next week, next month, next year, next 5 years, next 10 years. As long as you moving forward in your life and you better than you was yesterday, you always gonna make progress. And don't never let nobody tell you otherwise. Because a lot of people, they will try to twist things in your brain based off of how their life is. And a lot of people, what they say don't really matter. Like I feel like we pay too much attention to the criticism and what people have to say, but they're humans just like us. They're not better than us. They don't do nothing better than us. They're not wealthier than us. They might have a couple more thousand more, but they're not wealthy. They're not successful. So why are we taking advice from people that's not successful? Why are we taking advice from people that's not where we want to be in life? So, just sit on that, because it's important. It's important to have confidence in yourself, and it's important to not be entitled to feel like people gotta support you, because entitlement is a drug, and that shit will ruin your life. It will ruin your life. Entitlement will ruin your life. You feel like people need to support you just because you know them? No, they don't. No, they don't. A lot of people know what Balenciaga is. They don't shop there. A lot of people will see a store when they're driving to work. They'll never stop at the store, never go inside of it, but they always see it. So it's like, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. Ain't nobody going to hold your hand in this life. Ain't nobody going to take you and say, here, do this, and this will help you. You gotta think in your brain that God gave you. Use your body that God gave you and put it to work so that you could make something of yourself and make yourself valuable. Because that's the most important thing in this world, is to be valuable. If you're not valuable, then nobody will treat you how you want to be treated, and you won't get the results out of life that you desire. Like, you won't. You know, it's almost like a homeless person. Like, I'm not gonna say they're worthless, but they don't really have value because all they do is lay on the street. You know, they ask people for money. You know, they don't really hold no value versus somebody that's you know, that's working, and somebody that's, you know, on top of what they gotta be on, and they don't let themselves get in that situation. You know, they don't let themselves fall short. You know, they work on themselves, they work on getting better, and they work on their craft, and they make themselves valuable, learn a skill, you know, learn something that can make you some real bread, and become an asset. You know, so that way, when it's time to get laid off and stuff like that, you will be the last option because you're the best worker, or you the CEO, so you can't even get laid off. You own it. You own the business. You know, it's things like that you gotta like consider, and like when you living day to day and you just like doing stuff just to do it, you gotta consider those things because everything you do affects your life. Every single thing you do affects your life, down to the cereal that you eat in the morning will affect your day. Whether if you eat breakfast or not affects your day. You know, how you speak to the person at your job affects how the rest of that shift goes. You know, how you talk to your mom affects your relationship with your mom. You know, how you are as a person affects how people perceive you. Everything you do matters. Everything. How you dress determines how people look at you, determines how people perceive you. Everything you do. Everything. To down to how you maintain your hair. Like, everything, bro. You got to take care of yourself, and you got to be as presentable as possible and making sure you doing what you got to do for you. My bad, that's my flashlight for my phone. But yeah, for me, get your money up, get your value up, and appreciate life more, because life is beautiful. And even like me, like I'm outside right now, like I'm just chilling by myself, you know. I just went for a walk. I said, whatever, I'm just go for a walk just to be in nature, just to soak it up, you know, and say, you know what, life is not terrible, you know, because life isn't terrible, and you got to, people yelling over there. You got to be grateful for what you got. You have to. You got to be grateful, and you got to just cherish everything and work towards being better. That's the only way your life will get better. Because when God see that you grateful, when He see that you cherish the little bit of stuff that He gave you as a test, and He gonna bless you. He's gonna bless you. He's going to bless you. Like, God has blessed me so many times, you know, and I'm not even rich. I'm not rich at all, but it's just like the blessings in disguise. Like, my modeling career going well, you know, my music, I'm getting better with music, you know, school is okay, you know, I don't really care for school like that, but it's just like, just in case I need something to fall back on. But like, the fact that God is putting these kids, the fact that God is putting this into my life, like it just makes me feel so much better to know that like I have somebody. Because in all reality, when you feel alone, like when you feel like you don't have nobody, you have God. Like, God is looking down at you right now. Every single thing you do, God sees. Literally. Every single thing you have in your life is because God put it there. I'm sitting right here making this video because God made me walk out my house and sit down and make this video. And I pray that when I pray, I talk to Him and I say, like, help me reach people through my videos. Help me reach people through myself. Like, even like people that may be like kind of confused about God or feeling like they shouldn't believe in it, like help me, like reach them through me. You know, use me for that. And I'm just grateful that I'm just able to be here and just experience everything, just to be like here on this Saturday at 8:39. Drip, by the way. Hold on, let me show you the full fit. Drip, by the way. For me, I'm fly. Like, you know, I love my life. Like, I take care of myself. You know, I may not, I'm like I don't have problems with girls. You know, I could talk to girls if I want to. Right now, I'm not really worried about that. But you know, if I wanted to, I could talk to girls. And it's like when you make your life enjoyable, yeah, it becomes even more enjoyable. That's all you gotta do. So I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. You know, just like, if you need to, just replay the video, watch it again, and anything I say that incorporates into your life, just try to use it to your best ability. Feel me? But I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you. I hope that, you know, whatever you're going through, whatever burdens you have, that God lifts it. whatever you're going through, and you feel like you're the only person that's going through it, I feel like God takes that away. And I feel like you learn that. I feel like you learn to understand. I hope that you learn to understand that you're not the only person that goes through struggle. You're not the only person that goes through hardships, goes through tribulations. So take that into consideration and live your life. Peace.